We're live? Jesus Christ.
I said don't do me dirty, and they did me dirty.
Yo,
They did me dirty.
Horrible production.
I need to make some changes in the production.
Horrible production.
Listen,
Production meeting right after this show.
Mandatory.
Hey yo,
So I'll play myself. No, it's not
you
me,
back?
but I produced this shit.
Ooh, is this Kenzie?
Hold on, this is the joint I produced though real quick. I just throw me on. Yeah, man.
Hey yo,
What up, though?
you are now rocking. We back. SayLess podcast,
Oh, I'm back.
episode 184.
Woo, we getting up there. And I heard how you tried to play me last week.
New Kenzie.
Yeah, I was watching.
What I say?
I
What I say?
I ain't trying to show up. I was sick.
Oh, yeah.
I tried to call off without a signal.
No.
Jesse trying to show up here. I'm just not trying to get COVID.
You did.
I'm laying in bed like, liar. Someone let me join this live. live. Denied?
How's everybody feeling?
I'm feeling amazing.
We got to get the energy right. We got the NFL in full swing. I hope everybody's
about
team's doing good today.
Who's
I
your
don't want to talk
squad?
about it.
Listen, San Fran. Not a
Anyway.
gang. You already know what time it is over here. Don't do that.
They do a lot
I'm
of
not
gang
even.
bang
I don't want to talk about football.
in San Francisco.
Y'all lost?
Yeah, we lost.
Who's your team?
I'm a commander.
Who's your team?
Washington Commanders.
The Commanders.
Yo, that's crazy. They're so irrelevant.
They have the worst name in football. 100%.
Yeah.
Fuck both of y'all.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
That's what we're doing?
That's the worst name in football.
100%.
That's the joint that they create
Well,
on
we didn't
NFL
have-
Madden. Create a team.
We didn't
That's the
have
joint on
very
create a team
many
in Commanders.
options. We didn't have any options.
They had options.
We did.
They didn't have. They had
And
lack of creative.
no,
if I was on
no,
that
no,
joint,
no,
y'all be
no,
called.
No. Let me tell you one more
Y'all be
time what
called,
happened. There was 32 names that we came up with. Some asshole, and I think Virginia or Maryland, trademarked each and every one of those names. So they had to go back to the drawing board and pick some bullshit. So that's how we ended up the Commanders. But it's okay, because I'll be still
I
Commanders.
still would
and
have came
stuff.
up with something more creative.
The Commanders. Commanders sounds like
They should have
Let's
called themselves
not.
the
We're not going to
Colonists.
start this show by roasting the Commanders.
Washington
I don't
Colonists.
I don't want to get
That's
canceled.
suiting.
I don't
There's-
wanna
Yes,
get
exactly.
Washington
I will
colonists.
participate in the cancellation of this show. Get the fuck out.
Ain't
I
no
don't want to
cancels
get
going on.
canceled. But
All
shout
right.
out to the Commanders.
Yes,
How's
shut
everybody
up.
feeling? How was your week? Did everybody? Zoe's not here.
Damn it, man.
How was y'all week though?
I was fucking.
Was
Ooh,
you?
You got buns this week?
I got a lot of buns this week.
That's why you came in. You looking different. You
Thank
Hey, you
you.
looking
Look,
good.
It was fun.
Looking good.
It was fun.
I see he knocked the front of your dreads out.
No, he did not. I pinned them up, asshole. These don't come out.
and
Just playing that.
and
All
no,
right,
great.
Rona, stop playing with me. Kenzie had the Rona last
So I
week.
didn't have the Rona because actually,
And you still try to come to work.
listen, I got receipts that proves that I don't. I got receipts that proves that I don't.
They're 5 days old. I don't want to see them.
I just did it yesterday. Like,
Yeah,
God
you're
dang.
good now. You should be
10 to
good.
14 days, man. It's been
he
like
did call
6.
in sick last week.
Damn
like,
sure did. And it is not allergy season anymore.
You don't know if I have fall allergies?
You got a fucking allergy.
I did.
You look like a fall allergy. It's like, no, I'm just playing. I'm playing. I don't want to roast you.
Oh,
But I was.
You don't wanna do
that's
that
what
with him.
that's what
I
we're
tell
doing.
people all the time, do not start with him. Nobody wants you
Your
to
own
do that
people,
with Kenzie.
man. It's all good, man.
No,
I got you.
I'm a roast king, but I was gonna praise you. That's why, because we can roast, but I'll do that later.
I got you.
I'll sit here and laugh.
I wanted to praise you because you just landed a role.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Amazon Prime. What is this new series called?
All right, so I can't say too much about it. I know that sounds mad bougie, but I can't because they sent me mad.
It's
They sent
bougie
me
as
mad.
fuck.
They sent me mad.
Yo, he already
They
about
said
to start
NDRs
acting
and shit. They was like, "Yo, dog." So, but look, it's a joint that's on Paramount Plus. I leave actually after the show, so I'll
So
be
now I
back
gotta
on
get
there.
another streaming service.
Huh?
Yeah.
Now I gotta get a whole other
Nigga, you
streaming
don't
service.
have none. You be having the password.
You have hers.
I do. I got two.
You have hers.
I got two, and I'm on about 7. So
That's why, in case you haven't noticed, your Netflix be a little fucked up because I'm logged in.
oh, you?
Oh,
in
yo,
my
it be like that. It be like that.
That's
It's like,
all
come
right.
on,
Fucking your shit.
I got like 2 of her accounts, so it's cool.
cool. You can't
like-
watch right now. You're supposed to be at work. Get work that
I could
shit.
have selected any member of your household. I said, give me William.
Oh, shit.
Give me William.
That's why I continue watching. I'm like, I ain't watched that shit.
Can't continue watching.
Sure you did.
Have somebody else's account. You be
Sure
like,
you did.
I didn't watch this. The fuck is this?
Sure you
It's
did.
novellas ass.
Ask her. I be disrespectful of her shit. I go in there, I make my own. You know how you make your own shit? My
Don't
name.
even try hide it.
I pick the character and everything. That's me. That's me.
I don't even pay to shit no more.
But nah, what's up though?
So that joint's coming out on Paramount Plus. Like they sent me mad, and you know, it's like you can't say this, you can't say that.
NDAs.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, cool. What I'm really excited about is the joint I'm getting ready to do with this dude Gregory Voigt. He's an independent film guy. I got casted in this movie called The Wolf. I'm getting ready to shoot that joint.
On fire.
I get to be his like comedic so the best friend of the dude, you know, the star guy. He's an asshole comedic guy.
Oh,
yeah.
oh.
So I get to be my
wonder.
guy. So I get to be me.
That fits.
well, I want to be clear. Somebody casted you before both of these. I just want to. So somebody saw your talent before both of these. And so before you blow up, I want to say that we casted you first.
Yo, that ain't about
I
nothing.
can't wait. I know him.
That ain't about nothing. I got some other stuff that I'm doing in the works too. Like, so you know, I ain't gonna lie. The stuff that we working on is like priority for me when I get back ASAP. We gotta get
Got
that
a whole new show.
The
I
whole
would like
new
to work
show.
on. Listen,
That's a whole new joint.
Don't
If
say
you,
too much.
Yeah.
You
Don't
don't
say
understand
too much.
what me and Ass Lil are working on. Like, what it's gonna do is going to change how you guys look at reels, how you guys look at sketches, how you look at comedic shows.
You've been doing this.
Yeah, but like now it's time to elevate. That's just
Yeah.
another. thing
and
in
stay
my
ahead of the
arsenal.
curve.
They
Like
say-
You
you
have
know,
to stay
You
ahead
know
of it.
one thing for sure, two things for certain. I stay ahead. I'm like, all right,
Tell them
This is
niggas
cool.
I am the curve.
I am the curve. I'm
Yes.
like, all right, it's time. All right, now we
That's a
gotta curve
fact.
it now.
That's a fact.
We gotta do some other shit. You already know though.
now, so everybody knows Kanzi had a motherfucking great week.
Good
Hollywood
news.
had a great week. Obviously,
Yeah. How was yours?
I didn't get
Yours
none.
though.
I
You didn't get none at all?
That's why the production sucky.
Lo siento, papi.
I'm sorry. No,
Damn,
I'm not.
even your dogs be getting some. You ain't getting none?
Ether always gets some. No.
He sure do. He be taking
Yeah,
finesse.
so you're telling me it's hotter than here than it is in your bedroom at home?
One thing I do want to
Absolutely.
talk about
Choo!
that happened to me this
Wow,
week.
wow, wow.
I was attacked by a dog.
Fuck nigga or like an animal?
No, an animal. I was
Oh.
attacked by an animal, and I talked to the owners. They said it has all its shots. I just need to know when you're a lawyer and you guys are gonna cut me some money.
Wait, the animal I told you don't hold.
No, we're not gonna do that. I'm not gonna. No, we'll save it for court.
I feel like I
I picked
gave
up
you
your
fair
dog,
warning. Oh yeah, the dog
and
bit
I
you.
put your dog down,
Put the dog down.
and the dog scratched the fuck out of me, and I was bleeding.
Well,
bad.
first off, wait. She asking the
Oh, it's on your wrist.
for the
Yes.
public.
You're a werewolf now.
I want to.
Yeah,
I want to be clear for the public because she's
He
saying
has,
like my
he has
dog.
one
attacked.
dog that you can pet.
My dog has anxiety,
You
and
did this.
she's not a mean dog. She just don't fuck with everybody, and when you make any kind of sudden move,
She
she's
will
jumpy.
bite your baby.
She don't like babies. But she can fit in your
Can she have
hand.
some of her own?
Vanessa's the definition
Could she have some
of
of
fuck
her
them
own?
kids.
Or
I
did
don't
you
know.
neuter her?
We'll see. No, I didn't neuter her.
Oh,
so we'll
say,
see.
I wouldn't like kids either. My parents fucked me up from the gate.
I did not neuter my no.
Right?
I feel like that fucking commercial. It's my money and I want it now. Yeah, you spay girls. Boys get neutered.
Oh, I don't.
Well, everybody's free flowing in my house. I don't do that.
Hey, yo, free flow.
It's
What?
free flowing.
Well, who's free flowing?
And I catch Ether and Finesse getting
All
it
the
in a lot.
time.
So I don't
All
know.
the
Get it
time.
in.
I
At some
started-
point, we'll probably have puppies.
Oh God,
You should sell them.
that's gonna be some ugly ass dogs.
Don't do that because neither one of my
They
dogs
are
is ugly.
going, but them
You talking about
together
that little thing
is
that be
gonna
walking
be
around
ugly.
here looking like old rug?
looking like
Neither one of my dogs. I got two.
Look like old rug.
I got a really good looking dog. Some people do got ugly dogs. My
When
dogs
he
ain't
was
ugly.
born back in the 20s?
No, Ether is cute. Ether's cute. Vanessa's cute.
That's
too.
exactly what
She's
happens with
just,
Ether.
They're not gonna be a good mix. I don't see that. Ether's gonna be a horrible father. He's gonna be a horrible father. Vanessa's gonna be a bad mom. She doesn't even like kids.
You said he's gonna be
All
a bad
bad.
mom.
All bad.
She might be the definition of fuck them kids.
Yes, fact.
DYS dogs service.
We gonna find them because it's gonna be a problem. They're gonna be
That's crazy.
horrible fathers. Mad shit happened this week though.
Man, shit did happen this week. I do
Poor
want to say prayers and best wishes, and y'all in our thoughts down in Puerto Rico and everywhere else that got hit by
Nova
Fiona.
Scotia and
Yeah,
Canada.
I heard they got hit hard too.
Puerto Rico is still trying to cover for Maria in some spots.
Yeah, Puerto Rico always gets the like. It seems like they get the worst of those tropical storms and them hurricanes. Like they just right in the middle of.
Look where they at. Look where they at.
Um,
when shit goes to shit, LA's gonna be the first one to go because of where they're located. LA's gonna be fucked.
LA's looking real trashy nowadays. So.
Oh yeah, trust
yeah,
me.
LA is going through it. But I got family in PR and they're doing okay. It took about a day. It took about a day, right? Because we didn't even get in touch with them. I think because the power went out.
The power was out for the whole island.
Yeah,
so that's crazy.
The next day, so. Yeah, everybody got the gen. They prepared down there now. Like, people don't realize, like in these places, like in Florida. When I lived in Florida, I was down there for 2 hurricanes, and Florida, I'm in there panicking, going crazy. And these motherfuckers is like, they buying tape, they taping up the windows, they got cars and dominoes, they got the music. They like, yo, they have hurricane parties.
Hurricane parties.
Because everything shuts down. The city shuts down, like everything closed down, so everybody's in the crib. So you have parties. Everybody, like invite everybody over to one crib, you turn up.
I want to go to the Bible study party when that shit happens. I want to be closer to God. You got me fucked up.
Yo, but they don't even care. Like, it wasn't even, like, it was like, it was just like, oh, it's a bad rainstorm. They look at snowstorms for us like we look at hurricanes for them.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I can't wait for a snowstorm. It is fall now.
She's talking.
Shout out to the fall. Not only is it fall, but it is Libra season. I want to put that out there. Basically, we bring balance to the world every time we come around. Everybody knows.
Out his birthday cake.
Yeah, listen.
This whole month is not about you.
We're gonna go to your commercial break.
A whole month.
The entire month. And every you know how everybody be like, oh, this ain't a big year. I'm just turning. No, every fucking year is a big year.
That's how.
Every year is a big year.
They say September's not a big month. Just skip that one. Scorpio season's right there.
Oh gosh.
We can skip September because October Libras is the ones.
Oh, all right. See,
October Libras is the ones.
Yeah,
like
we skip September.
How you marry a Libra too?
I don't know.
Oh, you're a Libra too? When are you?
The 2nd.
Of October? Or September? Oh, so you're both October. So these aren't like September nothing. Oh, that's cool.
How you marry you married your son?
Libras are actually so like we are compatible with most signs, like more than any other sign. But with ourselves, we're also compatible because Libras are really
I could never be
laid back in a lot of ways. Like we're not as we don't have the characteristics that a lot of y'all signs have. We are the coolest, chillest signs, and most people that have been with a Libra will tell you that.
Who told you that?
That's a fact.
I ain't gonna.
Who wrote the book?
Have y'all do y'all know any other Libras?
Yeah, my cousin. I know.
And they cool as fuck, right?
And then there's one.
Tell the truth.
Crazy. Yeah, my cousin Tyree's chill.
Y'all
they chill. Like Libras are laid back.
You know my cousin, right? You know Burdines, right?
Who?
The city like Burdines and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, like Fats and shit.
He's a Libra?
You know Tyree?
I don't know Tyree. I know Fats. I know.
Why you call him Lemonhead?
Because you seen his head, bro. You seen Lemonhead.
But Libras be laid back. We don't be
laid back.
Y'all are crazy as fuck.
Nah,
there are crazy Libras. Don't get it fucked up.
I think Libras go hard at whatever emotion they're feeling. Mm-hmm. Just don't push them there. Because we don't go there easily.
I ain't a killer, but don't push.
We don't go there. We try to stay out the way. We try to be friendly with everybody, but
you don't even like people.
It's crazy how you.
But I don't dislike people. I just rather would not
being the CEO of a media.
Yeah,
company,
just leave.
Right?
I don't dislike.
The CEO of a media company is like an introvert, and he's like naturally like that too. Like.
But that's why I can keep y'all around me because y'all talk enough for.
I talk to people when I'm drunk.
He tried.
He just
low-key delegated us right there. You heard
that's
that?
fine.
You heard that? Like, he didn't get that past me, bro. He'll get past me, bro. I'm woke, nigga.
I like talking to people, especially when I'm drunk.
I hear all those underlines. Nah, I'm just joking.
Yeah, I do want to. But prayers for Puerto Rico. They're recovering, so I don't think was this as bad as Maria.
No.
not as bad. So
That shit sucks. Though,
But they were
Yeah.
still recovering from Maria. That's where the problem comes in.
ain't no
Yeah.
situations like that suck. Like,
and
for-
shout out to all of the other Caribbean islands that were hit. Like Puerto Rico is just closest to home for us because
Mm-hmm.
it's just
Dominican Republic.
that's crazy because
Yeah, shout out to-
you know, you gotta pray for them because you know their electricity. Only
shout
on
out
6
to
months a year.
all my Dominicans. Que lo que?
Them drones are only on 6 months a year. They're like, yo, it's on. calling me now. no, straight up. Like
Nah,
my
pray
girl,
for them.
my baby mom's from DR. So like,
Is she?
there's times where like seriously they have. Like,
She's
after-
Dominican?
That makes a lot.
My
of
baby mom.
It
Yeah.
makes that.
My
makes
baby
sense.
mom's like full blown real life Dominican.
That
like,
everything
that
makes sense.
my baby mom Dominican.
Nah, there's a lot of Dominicans in Reddit
Everything
too.
makes perfect sense.
What with my kid or what?
No.
Just me?
I mean,
Huh.
nah. She was fucking you up, ain't?
Who me?
Yeah, she was fucking you up,
Not-
ain't?
What do you think? It's intervention? It's intervention right now? You can me confess?
We're
I
not
ain't
going
never
to.
snitching.
We're not
I
going
ain't
to.
never gonna snitch. I hold my own. I got
Ain't
this.
Amala La Negra.
No, she
Amala
got
La
this
Negra's
shit
Dominican.
you up.
It was times. I'm just gonna go and sneak that in there. It's times. I'm very familiar with what a frying pan feels like. Shoes.
Bruh.
Well,
Yeah.
shout out to all the islands. Shout out to Canada. Shout out to everybody that was
Yes.
affected. We hope y'all
First to y'all.
get back to normal soon. Apparently, there's another tropical storm building right now on its way. So
It's crazy how
You know.
these tropical storms are happening like now.
yeah, nobody wants to talk about global warming. But
I say that all the time. I be talking
New
about it.
mummies are
I be
throwing
talking
out
about
every day.
I be talking about it. This shit weird. Shit different. It ain't how we grew up.
nah, because and everything's way more like powerful. Like the earthquakes are stronger, the hurricanes are strong. Like it's just hitting
The
harder.
seasons are weirder.
That's why I'm hoping for a big.
Mind you, I
snowstorm.
don't know where you guys are tuning in from, but like
Why?
we in PA,
I
this
love
is a
snow.
4-season state. So like for
Do
us
you?
to
I
not,
love snow.
for us to,
Are you gonna go out and play in the snow?
Potentially, yeah.
No,
Stop
absolutely
playing
not.
with me.
I'm
You
too
ain't
old for
going
that. You ain't going out.
She
Listen. If
What?
we get
Yo,
big
we-
snow,
that's your cousin.
I'm
That's
gonna
what y'all
build
do?
an
Like, y'all
igloo.
cap like this?
I love Christmas. I
You go in the
love
snow?
Elf.
She does eat like that broccoli mayonnaise
I
shit.
eat broccoli
Oh, yeah, she
salad.
does. She
I
always
watch
talk about
Elf all year
broccoli.
round. It's on today.
And she don't know how to play spades. I don't even know.
You don't know
I
how to play spades?
I don't
And I
know who-
drink eggnog daily.
You have that much
Every
melanin
day?
on your
Spiked
skin and you don't know how to
eggnog
play
daily.
spades?
I got a big boy. I got a gallon.
But
I'm
I like
ignoring your
eggnog,
question
though.
because I've already
My mom
temporarily
used-
had my black card revoked.
So y'all just
We're
gonna
not
slide
do
by
that
that.
No,
today.
my mom put me on the eggnog when I was a kid. I like eggnog.
Spiked
Hold
eggnog.
on, I ain't gonna
I
hold.
mean, I don't.
They
Yeah,
got
the drink.
my favorite.
Eggnog
drink.
and rum?
Huh?
What do you
That's
put
that
in,
shit.
rum?
No, it comes like that. It comes. It's
Oh, you buy
Pennsylvania
it?
Dutch eggnog. I get the
Oh, I've
gallon.
never had that.
Cuz get it. It's only
I ain't gonna
$20 for the big boy.
I ain't gonna hold. I'm lactose as hell, but like some rum and some eggnog, I'm
Fuck
in
it
there.
up.
It's worth the shits.
Fuck it up.
I'm with the shits till I get the shits. Like,
Coquito.
I love that shit, coquito.
No, eggnog is
Coquito,
egg-
mommy, when you
eggnog.
make song,
egg-
call
egg-
me.
eggnog is white people's coquito.
You heard him.
But hold up. Without the liquor, eggnog might be better than coquito. Like if you had alcoholists of both of
Coquito
them.
is thinner than eggnog is.
Nah, I don't know.
Yo, no, because some of y'all
I'm
folk
talking
can't
about
make it
like
right.
not once the alcohol is
That's a
added.
fact.
I think coquito's better.
That shit sound like
I
watered
think
down
coquito
Starbucks.
goes with alcohol better.
I
but I
had
think-
some of your coquito and stuff taste like watered down Starbucks before. Like that shit was crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
you
everybody-
guys know how to make it.
crazy make
Everybody
it too.
can't make that.
Yeah, I don't care.
I know how to make
I'm
coquito.
about to call her
though.
name out on this camera.
I can make it
I
right.
was
I
pissed.
make good coquito, but
knew
I
you
do.
light-skinned.
My
These people
coquito,
in Puerto Rico, that's
my
strike two,
coquito
nigga.
plug in New York. Shout out to
People
her.
in
I will
Coquito,
see you this
people
season.
in Puerto Rico, not
look at this shit.
Walino. Your name's Walino. Who's that? Can I play
Let
with
me
it? Can I
answer
play? Come on, come on.
We not answering
Answer
scam
it, answer
likely.
it. Say hello.
That's what my number pops up every day, 9 to 5.
Hold on,
Listen.
wait. Hello? Hello?
This is great.
They hung up on me. They didn't want to talk
That's
to me.
corny.
I was about to fuck with
I
them.
was about to. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Scam likely ain't want to fucking
I
talk.
ain't want no smoke.
Fuck y'all,
I
scam.
need some yams. Oh, not lambs like that, but I mean, I need some yams. I was thinking.
What
you
if it-
started,
what if
like,
it-
y'all started talking about coquito
What
and all
if,
that shit?
what
I
if
was-
your phone rang and it said yams likely?
Hello.
Hello.
Hola.
Is it me
Hello?
you're looking for?
Hey, how you doing? Absolutely. It said yams lightly. I'm in it.
Right.
I'm in it. What kind of yams you got?
And then what does she be like?
She's talking sexy me.
What if your phone really came like that? You really got shit. Would you pick it up all the time?
You know what
Like,
she gonna
like
say?
if you was in the mood, your phone was
Know what she
yams
gonna say?
likely.
I look like
Right on
Janet
time.
Jackson.
Yo, imagine
Then
that.
what?
Imagine that you didn't have to hunt in the club anymore. That's how you did it. You did it per app. You're drunk at the club. It's 1:30. You know you gotta get that last call in. You order your joint. I need me a Puerto Rican big booty blue local
Yeah,
5 miles.
And you just put it in there until it gets warm, and then your phone rings. It's yams likely.
Hello.
Hello.
You calling me?
Yo, we just
calling
told.
me?
Matter of fact, we just told a crazy idea because somebody's gonna do that.
Yeah.
And
It
get paid
sounds,
a lot of money.
it sounds
off
like
that.
DoorDash, but
Y'all
for
all
prostitution.
hear that shit when you get online and you get on the porn sites. They be like, local girls wanna.
Nah, but if you put in everything you
not
wanted,
talking about black
and then
people
your
meat.
phone just rang 3 hours later with
To be
yams
okay
likely
at.
from what you wanted.
If I called at 1 o'clock,
Bro.
you better not call me 3 hours later. I'm too drunk to wait up and wait. I
What
need
if
like
what
10
if you
minutes.
put in what you wanted in your phone and it was like premium D likely, and it just read.
He got a beard. Well, I'm trying to wet it. Okay.
Yo, I'm
That's
saying,
crazy.
we need that app. We need to make that
Yo.
happen. I'm
I'm
telling you,
about
that's
to
a
get
gold
turn
mine.
turn this broadcast off. We're gonna start over. I don't want this shit out. Like this shit crazy. Don't do
He
it
got
for
a
real
beard. Well, I'm trying to wet it.
Yams likely.
though. Yams likely, yo.
We need to put some money into that.
Mind blown.
Wait, hold up. Is that prostitution? No, because we ain't got to pay for it. You're not
no,
paying
it's
for it.
an escort
Yeah,
service.
Yeah, it's a dating site. You're not
The
paying
dating
for it.
site with
Like
yams
Tinder.
likely.
Yams likely.
That's people who want to fuck. It's consensual.
Yams likely for the hood.
Yo. And Shorty's all back like you like, but I ain't gonna be on there. You got OnlyFans. Cut it out, man.
Yo, if y'all would appreciate a yams likely, let me hear you say, ow. Yo, so speaking of yams likely,
Yams likely.
Ime Udoka, head coach of the Boston Celtics, was in the news this week.
That nigga, he's smoker because he's smoking crack rocks.
He has been suspended now for a year. Well, they said a year and then they'll revisit. So it sounds like they might not even bring him back.
They just wanted to get rid of him.
At first, I'll say this because for those who don't know, that he was let go for having an affair with someone who is in the Boston Celtics organization, whose name we do not know. We don't know who she is. We don't know anything about this person.
I could have sworn they did know who she was.
They brought it. They leaked a picture of a person who it wasn't her.
Ah.
Yeah, so it wasn't that girl or woman. I'm
What
sorry.
happened to the woman? Did they say that? Like, is she being penalized at all?
They said that
She said, "I've been penalized."
They said
enough for
they're
taking
not-
this week D.
they're not going to release her name and they're not going to.
She'll come out on her own.
I think it'll
Cause
come
sure
out.
enough, it wasn't
It'll-
coming with him.
The internet is going internet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah.
The internet. So we gonna find out soon. But I'll say this. I'll say when it first came out, I was like, why are they doing this to him? Like for what he did,
That part.
I don't think they should have made it public before. Let me just say this. I don't think they should have made it public because this thing happens all the time in the NBA, and we never hear about it. Most people don't get fired for it.
I think the
Phil
only
Jackson
reason-
was living with Jeannie Buss when he was coaching. That was his wifey. Like, we all knew that. That was public knowledge. But the Lakers, Dr. Buss, who's Jeannie's dad, was cool with it. So he didn't. But if that's the rule, then you're supposed to enforce it, right? So everybody wasn't enforcing it. So they
was
put
enforcing
this
something.
man on Front Street for that, and I was wondering why. But then it came out later that there's a whole lot of shit to this that we don't know. So a lot more
well,
stuff
you
is
know
going to come out.
who
So
else didn't know nothing about this? Nia Long.
Nia Long is
She had no idea.
Nia Long is the wild card in this whole thing because Nia Long is someone who, if you are 35 and up, Nia Long was a crush in the 90s and early 2000s, and she still looks the same today.
Mm-hmm. I
Nia
think
Long,
she looks better than she did back then. She has a little bit more weight on her. Her
I think
face
she,
card
I think
has
she looks
always
better
been-
now too.
Hey, catch you something.
No, I was trying to hold it by Bert. I think a lot of them
Holding in something.
them women from the 90s was
That was natural beauty.
look better
Mhm.
now.
Natural
In their
beauty.
40s and 50s. Like, I think
Lil Kim fucked
Angela
that up.
Bassett, fire.
Angela Bassett,
Mary J, fire.
Mary J, even
Taraji,
Taraji.
fire.
Even Jada Pinkett. Like if we're being real, like outside of everything we know about her, she looks great
Holding
for her.
it down
Like,
for
What's
the Spanish
what's
people,
Hazel Wise
J-Lo.
dumbass?
J-Lo looks like a lot like the women that were our crushes when we was teenagers, most of them still look good today. One that I will say, I saw an interview this week. It just reminded me because I knew that she didn't age well, but Jasmine Guy was one of my super crushes, and she did not age well at all.
That's crazy.
And for those who don't know who Jasmine,
She out here looking like Wanda Spikes.
Stacey Dash did either.
I don't think Stacey Dash aged
Oh, Stacey
bad.
Dash. No, she didn't
I think
really
she
age.
just bleached her skin. That's the I don't think she looks
I
bad.
forget
I don't
what
think-
her something Lark. She played Lisa Turtle.
Like Voorhees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't age well either.
I haven't seen her.
Maybe she just had bad makeup on. that
Jada
day.
Jackson was my number one back in the day.
Janet's
She
still
still
fine.
looks. Yeah, Jada Jackson still 100. And she just had a baby a couple years ago.
Janet
She
look
having
like-
babies in her 50s.
Janet
Jada
looked like how
outside.
Michael was supposed to look or something. That's how I see it. Like, that's no one's gonna say it. I'm saying Janet look how Michael was supposed to look. What you
Bruh.
talking about? I don't give
Basically.
a fuck.
They used to look alike when they was younger.
Hell yeah, they did. And then he started fucking shit up. He
I was-
started playing with shit.
Mike was doing a lot with his face.
He was doing a lot with a lot.
No, we
Yo,
not
you're
about to diss Mike.
We're not dissing Mike. We're acknowledging what you was doing, nigga.
Mike was doing a lot with his
It's
face.
been, what, 10 years? We got to start saying stuff. We got to start putting it out there.
I'm not
Truth
saying
is the
anything.
truth.
But Nia Long still looks great. She looks great for her
date her.
age.
See, I think the thing that fucked people up was because Nia Long is who she is. People forget that pretty women get cheated on too. Beyonce got cheated on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know a lot of pretty women who got cheated on, and most times it's never with somebody who's as pretty as you are.
It's because you
Well, the thing about most times
No.
when a
just
man
kidding.
does that is it's never about the women. Women internalize that because that's how women are, and women compare themselves to the woman. So they'll say, "What was I not doing that she was doing?"
Because
When for a
clearly
man-
you're looking for something else.
But a man is never like that. Like a man,
Goes out looking for what he feels like he can't get at home.
nah. But sometimes it's just a nut. Like y'all read into it too much.
Sometimes it be just
Like,
too much
it-
conversation and like sometimes that
Or
that bitch
yeah,
is just
sometimes
relating to
home
how
is
you're not-
trying. Like if
Home's
home
trying at the time.
if home is constant beef or constant conflict, or I can't even open up or be comfortable, or you're not cooking or you're not cleaning or whatever, there's something that's lacking at home.
Exactly. And then you go look for it in somebody else. And then you realize that's the 20-80 rule is real.
Yeah.
20-80 rule, Tyler Perry.
I don't.
I mean, I don't know.
Basically,
I was
your home might be 80% and it's not 100, so you're not completely happy. So then you go looking for your additional 20%, and literally it's nothing but the 20%. Like, nothing in comparison to what you had anyway. And that's most often how it happens.
That is true.
Is it true, or are you just setting up in your mindset of you just want to settle?
What do you mean?
Oh, so many people settle. Don't get me started
What do
on
you
that
mean?
shit.
Like, and I think we all do, and that's the thing that we don't really talk about, because a lot of people are always looking for the perfect person, but we always
The
settle.
perfect person doesn't
Everybody
exist.
settles for someone who's as close
What you're
to
looking
what
for.
they're looking for.
See, but the thing
Nobody
about it-
gets everything in one person.
Everybody has bullshit with
Damn
them.
it, I've tried.
You got to figure out what bullshit is enough and okay for you to work with. That's how I feel. Because we all come with baggage. I don't care what nobody says. You always come with baggage. You always come with something that's not completely healed. And that's where you find a person that can hopefully bring it out of you. Hopefully, anyway.
Perfect.
But can you deal with, because some of the things you want to knock
You
off
get
are
on my fucking
non-negotiable.
nerves, yo. I swear to God, he's the brother I never asked for. I never asked for this. Like,
What if
My mom
one of
didn't
the
ask for it
things,
either.
like, what
That's a
if
different story.
what if he or she knocks off all the boxes, right, except for the two most important to you?
I'll take it. 'Cause
Coming
at
in
this
money.
point-
Coming in money.
At this point, for real,
What is
it's
it?
not.
I said you said it's 2 boxes. I was like, what if it's coming in money? It's the 2 boxes.
Oh yeah, no.
No.
I can't. Those are non-negotiable.
Broke niggas, no.
So those are the top two for you. And if he's not, he's checking off perfect man to you, loves you, cherishes you, worships you, spoils you.
Mm-hmm. You can't spoil me if you don't have money.
He spoil you with love and compassion.
I can love myself, and I'm very compassionate about that. Now what?
Are we talking about like broke, or just makes less than her?
Makes less than
like
her.
we went
is
to
not
Foot
broke.
Locker.
I make
picked
a lot
out
of
the
money.
shoes, and then you tell me
So
you don't got it
if
at the last minute, broke.
So you can be with someone who
Everybody's-
makes less than you.
Yeah, I can. Everybody's not gonna make as much money as I do,
That's cool.
and I'm okay with that. Like, as
But
long
some
as you
women
know
won't
how to
even do
manage
that.
your money.
Some women be like, I don't want a man who makes less than me.
Well, good luck finding them. Fuck, that's all I gotta say. Like around here, especially, good fucking luck. You know how long I was fucking single for?
Yo,
A
that's
long time.
crazy.
A long time, and
So what's? Can I ask a question?
yeah.
And it's not me being like nothing like. So for a woman,
Mhm.
if you look at a guy,
Yeah.
what's the annual salary that's like, all right, we can work with it?
For me, I'm gonna say, I can't fuck with like 50 is good for me.
Okay, that's
50
cool.
is
In this
reasonable,
economy,
right?
50 is
that's
very
economy,
reasonable.
in this economy, you
50 as a
50 for me.
Something
like,
year old
that's
woman.
respectable. Which in
No,
our
and
age
you're
bracket,
because you're young.
in
So
our age bracket, that's you should
no,
be
50,
at least 50K.
50K,
should be.
50K should be the starting point.
Yeah, exactly.
Please.
But there's room for advancement. If you have no desire to get more than what you got already, you're not my type anyway. I need
Right.
you to want more. You know what I mean?
So can I ask the question again?
Like if you're in your 20s, I can see you going for somebody who makes $10 an hour.
Yeah, I mean, but that's
When you
our
in your 30s,
20s,
it's like, yo,
I
bro.
can't
come on.
see
You
that.
make $10 an hour. Come on, bro, cut that out.
No,
I
I'm
was
saying
doing
like in your 30s, it's like, all right,
That's
like
less
we
than
got
Nick
shit
money.
to do.
Niggas at McDonald's get more money.
that. Exactly. Like
Now McDonald's are starting at 15.
I fucked up
just saw that.
90 jobs,
Listen.
making $10 an hour. Fucked up
I'm
90 of
pretty
them.
sure when I was young and I started at KFC, I swear I was getting like $7 or
For
$5.
sure.
$7.25.
100%.
No, matter of fact, I'm lying. When I started my jobs at when I started Burger King when I was in high school, I was making like $5.25 an hour.
Yeah, it was like $5 and some change.
And then when I moved to Burger King,
Oh,
then
they
it was
was fucking young.
$7.25 an hour.
My first job was at Long John Silver's in Park City,
You know what I mean, man?
and they gave me $8.75.
Hold on.
I got $8.75.
Hold on, you just want to
that
talk about not making no money? I was like 14 doing the merchandiser. I was seeing $90 a month. I don't want to hear nothing.
I wouldn't even want to work at
Nah,
that
hell
point.
no.
Fuck this job.
But no, when you're $90, $100 somewhere around there, like boom, a month when you're like 14, you know what I mean? You just trying to get some sneaks,
Yeah,
get
you
some
just
Air
need some
Forces.
extra money.
You trying to chill. My mom wasn't letting me go to no parties anyway. I just needed the next NBA live.
Does your man have to be able to take care of the crib if you are unable to work?
Yes.
What?
That it goes both ways though, because life is not always good for everybody. So if I fall off, I absolutely expect you to step up, and vice versa though, because he's not always. You know what I mean? Niggas, it happens. Shit happens every day.
Right.
One of
sure.
us got to step up. You know what I mean? I can't fall off and have
I
you
wouldn't
fall
want
off
to live
too.
with
Then we
nobody
both
that
look
doesn't
fucking
take care of
crazy.
the crib anyway. Like
Exactly.
Like if you literally can live in a crib where you have dishes in your sink,
That'll
trash
piss you the
in your
fuck off.
trash, like
What are you
trash
here
in your
for?
trash. I know that sounds crazy,
Yeah.
and you don't take it out. Like, first of all, I got a whole pet I didn't ask for, but like I'll be damned if I walk in my crib
Yeah.
and my crib smells like cat shit. Like you got me fucked up. I'm
Nah.
taking it out.
We're not doing
I'm
that.
looking. My trash. Oh, taking it out. Doing dishes. Take it out because it's my crib. Like
100%.
I like my shit looking.
So
Chill.
how do y'all as men feel about women who make less money than y'all?
I'm not gonna put like I live.
I think that's kind of like, and I don't want to. Let me watch how I word this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cause I ain't trying to get no beef.
I think that is what should be,
Woo!
or at least
Should have thought about that.
what you're thriving to get to. You know what I
What do
mean?
you mean? What I'm thriving to get to?
Like I think, in my head, I think you should be trying to take care of your woman at some point, or
you gotta take care of
be
your
the
woman
provider.
because she's the one who takes care of you.
Nah, you know what's crazy?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like the more you pour into your woman, the more she's gonna pour into
That's
you,
a fact.
and you can't do that without being a provider. So
Right.
I think if you're not at one point the provider, then at some point you need to work towards getting to that. Because I understand there's a lot, and I'm not saying like if your woman makes more at the time, that's fine, but you should not be fine staying in that place.
Right.
In my head.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. You should be like, all right, cool.
It's this way for now.
Yeah,
but I'm about to grind.
I gotta get to it.
Yeah, but at the same time, we're partners, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now look at things a little different, because trust me, I've been your ultimate playboy. Like, so if my shorty makes more or less than me, my job is not to provide like, oh, it should be that way. Not to shade what you're saying. My mind now in these days, like, just getting like, it's how can I get you? I mean, like, we talked about what I make.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
My job is like, how can I get you there?
Right.
What are you not doing that I'm doing to get you there?
What can I give you?
I have
like exchange of both for real.
Exactly.
She might be able to show you something that you didn't even know.
I take all that in.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. So like we talked
also,
before.
you a man who listens.
Yeah.
I want. If, all right, so throw it out there. Then it's not like a lot, but
No.
I make like roughly about $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
My girl doesn't make $100,000 a year, but I want to figure out how to make you make $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
What do you got to do? I have multiple streams of income to get me to that.
Yeah.
96.7.
I'm just trying to figure out
Like,
then how come we ain't
you know
got
what I mean?
no catered meals
how
by
do-
Kansas yet.
Cause I was busy today, I had to pack, and I had to go to Delaware. It's a
I'm
long
fucking
day,
with
damn
you.
it!
I'm fucking with you.
That was a long day.
I'm
But I want to
fucking with
figure out
you.
how to get people to that.
Yeah, you're good at
People
that though.
like
You're
the flex on like
everybody's
what they
not
got.
like you though.
But you have to be if you want to be successful.
I
tell you that
agree,
every
but
day.
everybody don't have that.
If you want to
I
make
think-
30 grand a year,
I think
and
you
that's
should-
what work 9 to 5.
I think a couple that really wants to be successful in life should be hustling together.
Facts.
Like,
Exactly.
Like it shouldn't be on one person. But the only reason I said that,
I
like,
can't
You won't do it. You won't.
I can't
Yous
have more
won't
drive than
make
you.
it.
yeah, the
You
only
make
reason
it.
that I said that I want to like work towards being a provider, because I'm not like she doesn't not work, but you know what I mean. Like
You don't want her to.
And
I don't
get
want.
it.
It's not that I don't. I'm bringing
I heard
enough.
I don't
I'm
want
bringing
to
enough that
from
she don't have
there.
to. You know what I mean? But I want us to build something else. Like
Yeah.
I don't want us to go to work to punch the clock for somebody else
Right.
for the rest of our life. You know what I mean?
Right.
Exactly.
So that's what I want to work to. But I grew up seeing my mom, like my dad was the breadwinner, right? But my mom, she worked too. But she also did everything else a woman does, not. I don't want to say what a woman does. Back then,
No, but
she
seriously,
said
the
that this
shit
was a
that-
woman.
the
Based
shit
on
that
it.
we
So
do
so
is
she worked a full-time job, sometimes a full-time and a
came
part-time.
home, did laundry,
Came
cooked
home,
for
she did
y'all, picked up
laundry,
y'all
ironed,
dirty fucking
everything,
drawers,
cleaned up everything,
made sure y'all was
And
straight for
I
the next
just-
day, packed lunches,
all of that.
everything.
And I just thought that's what a woman was. Like, so that
'Cause that's
was
the era that
that's
we
what I
come from.
compare everybody to.
That's
you know
what the
I mean?
era we come from.
But now I'm like, yo, she shouldn't have had to work. Like, she never let us know that she was tired, but she had to be.
you
Yeah,
had to be
that
tired.
was-
I mean, now that I'm an adult, and I'm like, she had to be. I mean, so now I'm like, damn, I don't want to. You don't got to do everything I'm doing and then go home and do everything I'm not doing. So let's find a way to let's try to find a way to get to a point where I can make that less strenuous on you.
You could just have
I
a
mean-
bunch of kids and make them do shit.
Oh, trust me, I know those. Yo,
Look, I mean,
yo.
but y'all
It's
raised them
it's
right.
the truth.
For real.
Come on, man. You never walked in the house and you're like, Cassandra, go
Get them
change that
dishes.
diaper. Cassandra, go ahead and feed that dinner. Go ahead. What I say, boy? Boy, you go and feed that dinner, boy. Cassandra, take that trash out. Cassandra, you get what I'm saying, right?
Facts. Hell yeah.
I just
Hell
like
yeah.
that name, Cassandra. But it's the truth.
They make Cassandra.
I
take
think
the
we're in
trash
the
out
era
and
now,
everything.
but where we come up from the 70s and the 80s, where it's.
Was you born in the 70s, cuz?
Hold up.
Oh, come on, Dave.
Let me be
He
real clear.
she cut my leg. She was like, "Don't try to keep running, nigga." Nah.
I was born in October '79.
All right, so that's the 70s. Anyway,
It was 2 months in the '70s. 2 months. I spent 2 months on Earth in the '70s. I want to be clear, but go ahead. I'm an '80s baby, 100%.
that was a free shot off your age. I was just like, yeah, I think that's 79. Listen, so I was gonna go ahead.
Do you remember Martin Luther King?
We not. we not.
Shit,
We
nah,
not.
he
We
was
not
good
about
and
to
dead.
do that right
Now
now.
my man's was good and dead. He was good and dead for a good
Do you
decade.
remember segregation?
Wow, that's
I'm
what we
just
doing.
playing. I'm playing.
He said, "Do you remember segregation?"
You know what's crazy is I do think like the people from my generation, what we did actually see is still wild. Like we got to see every single video
you
game.
seen crack?
system.
You seen the crack epidemic?
Like no, yeah, that too.
No, you seen the crack epidemic.
I seen a lot
No,
of
you
people
seen
make.
black people
I
smoke
seen a
crack?
lot of people make a lot of money in the crack epidemic. I
Like
seen a
the
lot of.
original-
I seen a lot of people get rich in the crack epidemic, and I seen the hood go get fucked
You
up.
seen
in the
Run
crack
DMC?
epidemic. But I did see a time when there was no.
He said you saw Run DMC.
Run DMC was in the 80s. I think he saw Run DMC. What you doing in the boy in the 80s?
I was born in '88, nigga. Like,
Right? No.
You saw Run
I didn't see
DMC?
shit. I was in the baby like, yeah.
And honestly, Run DMC is before my time. Like that's not my era. I'm 90s. It was my era.
Oh, it's just funny.
But I got to see every video game system. I got to see a time when
Yeah.
there wasn't cell phone.
Yeah.
Like we got to see a lot of shit. We was here for 9/11. We was here for
Yo.
the internet coming to
That's
life.
the truth.
We was here. Like we got to see a lot of
We
shit.
did the
Just to
dial-up
touch
thing.
off what you said, I found myself sounding older shit the other day. So my son, he had the PS4. It was like on a flat surface.
Yeah,
you know where I'm about to go with this, right? So it's on. He's like, yo, this all glitching, man. You know how kids get now.
Take it out and blow it out.
Yeah, you're glitching, man.
Which system
Crying.
was it?
So boom, it's a
PS4.
PS4. So boom, we've been around since. Boy, stop playing.
You had to
Right.
blow
Like,
in that
that
shit.
shit
Yeah. So boom, I'm like, you playing? So I pick it up and I'm like, boy, you playing with this joint, boy? Boy. I start saying it wasn't boy, boy. Boy, you playing? Boy, you playing with this, boy? Boy, I said, listen here. I listen here. I was walking around. I said, boy, you gotta elevate your joint so the fan can hit it. You know what I'm saying? You about to blow.
Oh,
you,
yeah,
you about to blow that. The joint on the joint. I said, stop playing. The
I was
other
about
day-
to say because they don't even be glitching, so he had to be doing. some
Yeah, I
crazy
was
shit.
saying, bro, stop playing.
Wait, before you take this anywhere else, I have a serious question. Does pussy smell like the air coming out the PS4?
If you
Jesus, where'd that come from?
I've saw memes that said that.
when you queef,
First off, I would have
Does
to.
that smell like that for real?
I would have to examine who the woman was. First,
it could be worse.
All pussies are not created equal. You
That
right.
is 100%.
Yeah, that's the truth. This clean and just not clean.
Is tight pussy uncomfortable?
There's been,
No,
but
you gotta be gentle with that. You gotta be gentle.
there's
with
been
that.
shit, and you've been in the room where you could smell it through the pants.
Ugh.
You've been in the room, cuz.
I've
You've
walked
been
in
in the
bathroom
room.
stalls after women like that.
You've been in the room too.
So I'm glad my squat game is
You remember
strong.
when we was in the room?
Oh my god! Shout out to Turtle
I'm gonna say
Tank.
something that's probably gonna get me canceled. You just made me think about it. I was like,
Shout out to Turtle Tank.
yeah, yo. So I was like, I used to work at Spruce Manor, right? Boom. I'm gonna tell you a story quick. Boom. So I was at Spruce Manor the one night, right? This is old lady used to be there. Boom. She used to be cooking, right? Bang. She's standing at the joint cooking up the salad. I go down to get the pots. Bang. I'm under the joint, right? She's standing right here. I come down, drop the joint. Bing. Shit. Oh my lord.
Oh
My
god.
lord. I said, oh my god, you smell like old closet.
You told
You're supposed to smell like
her.
old closet. Your booty smell like.
You're violating my airspace.
Yeah, it sucked the air out the room. That whole area had no air. It was like mercury.
That's just.
Was
all
it Mars?
bad.
What don't got oxygen?
What I noticed was when I was younger, there was a lot more women that didn't smell right. So they're like, so when I was
That's
younger,
because they
That's
had
because of the
wolf
crack.
pussy.
That's because of the
No,
crack epidemic.
well, there's not. No, it's because women, young girls don't know how to take care of themselves.
Who?
the crack epidemic.
Who didn't know how to
So
take
I
care
grew
of
up in the crack
themselves?
epidemic, and you grew up in the opioid epidemic.
Yeah, I know a nigga that at my job right now. He like perked up. He had to work like, yeah.
I couldn't work there
I
like
need a
that.
qualified specialist trying to assist with you.
Like it's better.
That's the
Y'all
thing.
just put heroin and pills and made it better.
No, that's not heroin. That's fentanyl. That's you'll die
That's
instantly. Like pop,
amphetamine.
pop.
I can't even. Yeah. That's awful.
No, that's crazy.
It is.
That's a whole different subject though.
It is.
Yeah.
You grew up
You
in
didn't answer the
opioid.
question.
What?
Tight pussy uncomfortable.
No, you gotta be gentle
Is
with
what?
that.
What?
Tight pussy uncomfortable.
For who?
You nigga.
Street.
No, let me tell you what. Let me tell you what tight poom poom feels like to a man who shouldn't be in there.
Yeah.
It just feels like you're hitting like you're in a rubber bag and you can't get out of the rubber bag. That's all it feels. So is it uncomfortable? No, it feels like I'm hitting the back of a rubber bag.
Feels like
Is
you
it
can't
uncomfortable
get
to
out.
her? Probably.
You gotta be gentle with that. Gotta be gentle with that. If it's all tight and all like.
Okay, I'm
not,
done with all
not
my
snug,
sidebar questions.
Not
for
snug.
today.
Some
That
dudes
means-
ain't hitting
that
the
means
back
you
of that
didn't-
thing though,
means
so
you
they
didn't
don't
do
know.
it right. You see a
That's-
snug, you
that's-
have to tuck around and
that's-
to get it right.
That's the
quick.
real question, because you asking a question that some dudes can't answer. Because if you ain't hitting the back of that thing, then you don't know what that feels like. You don't know that you stuck in the plastic bag. You just feel like you stuck in space.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah, that's
Hot
crazy.
dogs down
Because
the
now
hall.
you're
100%.
now you're working out crazy. It sounds like you're in the middle of Hell Week during football season. You're up down, you're sweating. You're going hard. You're going to try. You ain't getting no end. You just keep going. You tired. You tired. You working. Because you're trying to get that nut. Because you're trying to get it over with. But you got nothing
can't.
to help you out with. It's
At
crazy.
this point, just give me some head. That's what.
No,
I would say.
But hold on. But if it's a relationship and it's tight, she's gonna.
That's a keeper.
But she's gonna
No,
fit.
we
She's
adjust.
gonna adjust to you
Yeah, we
eventually.
That's a
Yes.
keeper.
And as long as she adjusts to you, then that's cool. You know what I mean?
But you can't just be like, you know what I mean? She's super snug and she don't be getting in like that, which is rare.
Very rare.
That she don't be getting into stuff like that.
Yeah, so if you got a little snuggy snug or
Got that
something
snapper.
crazy,
It could
You-
just mean that she been messing with a bunch of little dudes.
you can.
True.
That could like.
Oh yeah. If she got 5 exes out of
True.
Puerto Rican, you're probably
'Cause
gonna
it's a bunch
dominate
of
that.
little dudes out there. True.
I'm sorry, that's it. Start it over. Are we live? Oh, that's you. Yeah, we already know you're unhappy. You made Fansley. And it's not saying not fucking with you. Yeah, you got to defend it. You came right out for the Puerto Ricans, though. But you work for a black network. That's crazy. You're supposed to come up for us all the time.
So Florida governor says nobody questioned slavery until America did.
Throw Florida away.
Yo.
Didn't you say that already? Like I thought we wasn't going. Florida's.
You've
about
been
to-
said that. You
Shout
said that
out to
like last
global
year.
warming.
No,
Throw
I've been
Florida
saying
away.
that for years.
Shout out to global warming.
You
I-
said that for mad long.
That was a hashtag for me before we even started doing
Yeah, because
this.
they do a lot of weird
Right.
shit in Florida, yo. Mad
I lived
weird
in
shit.
Florida. Florida's different. And you know why it's different? Because so
Why?
many people from so many places go to Florida. Like immigrants that come from other countries, they go to
Right off
Florida.
the boat.
People who
That's why York is different, ain't? Because them niggas come from everywhere.
and people from all over the country and in the country that want to migrate to Florida or Atlanta if they're black
Or New York.
or New York. So that's why
Yeah, New
it
York.
seems like
That used to be it.
all of the crazies are in one place because they have so many people from so many different places. That's what I would
Florida
say.
is
I lived in
different.
Florida for 2 years, and Florida was different. It was different, but it got to be different. Like when you got alligators running on the basketball court when you're hooping, when you come out in a rainstorm and there's lizards and frogs all over your car, you have to be
Yeah.
a different kind of
Absolutely
individual.
not.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold. When I was in Florida,
We
so it
got
was
lantern
crazy.
flies now.
Yeah, I was out.
Yeah.
I was at.
We've been had lanternflies.
I was
No,
at
not
the
like
pool.
that.
And
They
they
got
had
different
lizards
ones
all
now.
crazy.
I saw we got new ones now. We got new
Yeah, we
lanternflies.
got them red shits with the black dots. Those are ones I'm talking about.
They got the ones that came. New York. I think they came from New York. But
Huh? Yeah, it is. It's ass clapping weather. Where is Vixen? Right here.
Twerk 5 woman with some twerking though. Twerk.
Oh, if you'd like to show us.
Oh, I
some
seen that.
appreciation.
100%. Yeah, I just set that up.
If you'd like
I
to
thought
show
you were
us,
monetized. I was about to be proud
No,
of
we
you.
did. That's
if
what we
you
set
would
that
like
up.
to show
Yeah.
us some appreciation, get a star. Oh, that's so nice.
You bought 99 stores?
100%. Yo, if you want to buy stars, please do. That goes to Youth Street Media. We appreciate that. We can monetize now
'Cause
on.
Mama likes to eat.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Good.
Thank you,
They
Lord.
didn't believe.
Thank you.
They
Thank
didn't
you,
believe
God.
when I told them.
God
But
did.
God did. Like I told him I'm not nothing crazy. I said, yo, you are a whole media company. Like, I'm
What do
just a
y'all
guy
think
who
about this statement?
Come on, man.
About what's
The-
his statement?
The Florida governor.
I think that the only people who weren't worried about slavery were white people, the people who were enslaving us.
He's basically saying like, yeah, we did slavery, but a bunch of countries did slavery,
They did.
and America was the only one who questioned it, who
Yeah.
tried to get it right.
That's not a
Yeah.
bad thing.
No, yeah. So, but he's
Yeah.
Not saying what he said wasn't bad, but why is he saying it like it's a bad thing?
No,
Like,
well,
we're
he's
the only
not.
ones who question it.
He's saying that like people like
He's trying to shift the blame other places.
he's saying black folks and everybody else who's talking about slavery and the effects of slavery need to relax because America's the only one who tried to fix it.
Oh, shut up.
Like
There ain't slaves nowhere else, so it seems fixed. Is there slave places that I don't know about?
yeah, there's still
Where?
slaves. Yeah.
They better get on this American wave.
Yeah, there's still
They better
slaves
get on
today.
this American wave.
America was one of the last countries to abolish slavery. It was abolished in all.
This is why I don't get into this kind of stuff. I'm just grateful that my ancestors and myself made it out.
Please.
I mean, everybody. The thing is about slavery being abolished is we still feeling the effects of slavery.
Hell yeah.
So for him to say it like it didn't mean shit, like it was like because they tried to rectify it, it should be all good now. That's not the case.
That just sat with me for
Like,
a
nah,
second.
it's-
That
like-
really bothers me. Like, what the fuck are they doing over there?
What,
Why are there still slaves?
Oh, over there. Hi, these are funny.
I don't know.
Like,
And,
make it make
so-
sense.
and the thing about the slaves are still
So
now
How
is
are we allowing there to
hold
still
on.
be
So-
slaves? They love to get involved in every
America-
fucking thing else.
Well,
America
we're-
don't care. No.
third world countries
Let's
go
hold
by
on.
a
Wait.
whole
Let's be
different-
real clear. America does not give a shit
About black people.
unless there's money involved.
Exactly.
We don't go to war unless we got invested interest in that place. We don't give a shit. They can go to. There's countries that have been warring for decades that we don't give a fuck about because we don't got no money there. Like, so if there's no bread from our country there, you won't see it on our news. We're not sending troops over there. We don't give a shit. But if it's one of our allies, a place where we have money invested, yes.
Exactly.
Now we have to be the.
Trash, basura.
Exactly how that works.
I think that's trash.
There's plenty of places that have slavery. We don't give a fuck.
I think that's trash. I can't believe I was so ignorant to even
This is a business.
not know that. Oh wow.
This whole
Yeah.
whole thing is a business. We always call ourselves a country. Let's just put it out there.
Well, I
Hope
look
we're not trying to
extra
boost this.
chocolate on that camera.
But
Shout out
like
to
we're
you.
a corporation. Everything that the United States like conducts and does is a business transaction.
Or
the
even
way this thing moves is a business transaction. This is a corporation.
even here in this country, if you think about it, the way they get free labor out of inmates, what is that? It's slavery. You getting work out for free from people that's locked up. That's slavery.
They
You're not
don't-
paying
it's
them.
It's not free. They pay them like 90 cents an hour.
No, they don't. It's 13 cents an
She said, I sent over the commissary.
Yeah,
I
they're
said
trying to
commissary,
get because
they
that
didn't
is
shit.
that is today's slavery. Oh, you're locked up. You want to get out for the day, so we're gonna put you in these fields to do
Facts.
this shit that we would have to pay somebody else $15 to $20 an hour for.
Pay you
We're gonna get 90 cents
For
an
the
hour
week.
from you. And yeah, so they just mass slavery different. It don't look the way it used
Everything's
to.
a mass.
But America ain't like it's crazy. If you really see it for what it is,
Everything's a mass.
they built the system to get that. And for him to say like America is the beacon of light for slavery because I'm looking like shut the fuck like
Why did he what question did they ask him? That's what I want to know. Like, where did that?
Well,
like,
Florida governor, I don't know if you know about Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. He's shot the fuck out.
Yeah,
like
he is. I remember throughout COVID all the dumbass
Yeah.
decisions he was making.
yeah, he's shot out, and he's definitely trying to walk in Trump's. He's also the guy that's been sending all of their immigrants to these sanctuary cities and states. So he's busing Florida immigrants to D.C. and I think he went to Massachusetts.
busing. He sent buses to Texas, took their immigrants that were coming over the border and shipped them to Massachusetts.
Yeah, he's shipping everybody that's coming in from the border and shipping them to sanctuaries. So he's really extreme, and that is something that is it's like outlandish, but there's something that Trump actually said. Like Trump said that he was going to do that. He didn't actually do it, and then Ron DeSantis did that. He's a big Trump lover. He's a Trump supporter. So Yeah, I don't, and it's fucked up. No, like no matter how you think about immigrants, but it's fucked up the fact that you would do that to anybody. These people are getting to Florida or Texas or wherever they're getting to, and they're being told like, "Oh, you're here. Look, welcome to America. We're gonna show you and get you right and get you acclimated here." And they put them on a bus and they send them to the sanctuary city that doesn't want them. So now they're in the system. They putting these people in these concentration camps like they have been doing. It's messed up that they just treating people because they're immigrants like they're less than people. But that's why when America acts like they are this beacon of light, I have to disagree because I see the fact that they allow the system to still treat people, and it's not just individual people. They allow the system to treat people like less than people, whether they're immigrants, whether they're jail inmates, whether they're women, people of color. Like they choose, they pick and choose, but their laws and the shit that's in place blatantly says we don't give a fuck about y'all. It just that's just what it is.
Even more of a reason that we should all get out and vote.
It's about that season, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Isn't it?
And stop just voting for the president. We got so many other things. The midterms is coming up, and that's very important, especially for PA. We got somebody running for governor that is a little shout out. And if y'all don't get out and vote, we're gonna have a Trump as a governor. Because this guy is trying. He got pictures of him in the Confederate flag and military shit. Like he is not fucking. Listen, he's a weirdo. His name is Mastriano. Did I say that right? Yeah. His name is Mastriano. If you don't know, do your Googles. He is not for PA. He is not even what we're used to. I'm
crazy.
Let's get Fetterman is going against him, right?
I can't do another Trump era. That shit was wild, crazy. Like they used those Trump stickers as a blatant sign of racism. Like if you saw that sticker, you already knew what time it was. Like,
and they're still very.
And they still got them.
What we
stickers.
finna
them
get
stickers,
into?
signs,
You know what we finna
flags,
get
everything.
into.
If you go out into rural Pennsylvania, it looks like Mississippi.
Yeah.
I be wanting to go places like that just because. I am not my ancestors. I will fuck you up. Stop it. I can't stand that shit.
Speaking of Mississippi, make sure Brett Favre pays for taking all that money from those people that were on welfare, $70 million.
$70 million?
Yeah, so Brett Favre, who was a former NFL quarterback, Hall of Fame quarterback, he had a deal with one of the high elected officials in Mississippi, which is the poorest state in the country. Mm-hmm. And for his foundation, they funneled $70 million from the welfare from Mississippi into Brett Favre's foundation. Brett Favre's a millionaire. So he took $70 million from people who need it, and he took that money. And that is not taking precedence over this Ime Udoka story that is none of our fucking business.
Facts.
But nobody's talking about how Brett Favre took from these poor people in the poorest state in the country. He needs to pay for that, and I hope he does.
He needs to go to jail.
Yeah, 100%.
That's what it sounds like
100%.
to me. That thug needs to go to jail.
He's a thug though.
Fact.
And he's mad overrated too. Just throwing it out there.
Wow.
He is. This week, DJ Akademiks, a lot of the old heads. You talking about the old heads? I'm not one of them, but the original old heads. Yeah, DJ Akademiks called the founding fathers of hip hop dusty. He said they're broke, they didn't do business right, and that's why nobody respects what they said. There's no why. Like he just went in on them. So Russell Simmons commented back. LL Cool J commented back. A lot of other people went in. But
and why are they even preying on that? Because at the end of the day, there are a lot of them who have fucked up deals, but there's artists now who are in complete fucked up deals. Look at Megan Thee Stallion.
I want to go even. I want to go even deeper than that, because what he said was basically, if you don't have money, we don't respect you.
And that's not true at all.
I want to be really, really clear that when you're talking about the founding fathers, you talk about the founding fathers to me too. Like, these are my OGs. I wasn't around for the beginning of hip hop. Yeah. I was around for when it was like, you're talking about like the Grandmaster Cashes, the Melly Mel's. You're talking about they didn't. There was a time when they didn't look at hip hop like it was a real music. They weren't making a lot of money. These people had to get hip hop even respected as a genre. So they made it so big to where it had to be added to the award shows, and they started selling real records. And then the Sugar Hill Gang came out with Rapper's Delight, which was the first video. And you're like, it took a while for hip hop to become mainstream. So nobody was making money. Nobody makes money in the beginning of anything. I mean, so for you to look at them like, yeah, they're broke, and then you're in 2022, you're an artist, and you're looking at them like I'm better than them. Like, yo, it took a process. You wouldn't be able to make millions off of hip hop, period, if they didn't do what they did.
And he better watch his mouth because he never know who those people know. Somebody might be signing your fucking checks.
There weren't any millions in it. Like the crazy thing is, not just rappers are rich now. Yeah. Like the radio, like the Charlemagnes and the Ebros and these dudes, like they're rich. Like everybody who has Akademiks got money. Everybody who is a part of hip hop now gets money because of how big hip hop is. But they're not. For you to say that, you're not respecting where it came from. Yeah. Like if there was no Melly Mel's and Grandmaster Cass and the Furious Five and all these dudes that laid the foundation, there would have been no Nas's and Biggie's and Jay-Z's to bring in the little babies and the futures and everybody who's popping now. Like there has to be a process. So if you look back at the OGs and look at them like you're bro, that's stupid.
He's so disrespectful.
It's stupid. Like even like the NBA players, even the NBA players, like the NBA players now are making $40-50 million a year.
They start like that.
When the NBA started, these dudes had to have real jobs out when they wasn't in season because that's how little they made playing ball. They had to have jobs on the off season. So these dudes now, like everything is a process. So for you to diss the process, it just looks stupid. And I don't like Akademiks anyway, but this to me is, but it shows what the youth think because the youth really put so much into money. Because if you look at it, like these rappers, they're not developed in the same way. A lot of these rappers, they drop one album, we don't hear from them no more, but they get rich off of that one album. You weren't able to do that back then. You couldn't drop one hot song in the 80s and get rich. Not even the 90s. Like the 90s, when millions really came to the game, you talking about that's when Puff and Death Row and all them came. Yeah. That's when money really got into hip-hop. So these dudes now are benefiting off of what was already laid. How can you look at them and be like, y'all wasn't shit? That to me is just the disrespect. It's so disrespectful.
Them. Facts. That's a big fact.
It's just so disrespectful.
Shit anyway.
Because even me, like coming up, when we was coming up, and like our parents was saying the hip hop was trash. We knew the history. Like I knew the Anita Bakers and the Luther Vandross and all the people that my parents, Teddy Pendergrass, the people that my parents were listening to. I knew about all of that shit because that's what I was listening to as a kid in the car when I was riding with them. That's good music. But these kids now, they don't know about their history, a lot of them, because a lot of them don't have parents in the crib. A lot of the parents are listening to the same shit they listening to. They don't put them on. That's why they think everything from their era is GOAT shit. Like you can't tell a kid that's 20 or under that LeBron James ain't the best thing that ever touched the basketball, and not saying that he shouldn't be in the conversation. But you ain't seen shit. So how could you not like? You ain't seen nothing.
While they have Michael Jordans, while they got Jordans on their feet. Facts.
The whole family wearing Jordans, and you telling me LeBron's the best? Make it make sense. But they think that about their rappers too, and that's why they think, like they talk like money was always in hip hop.
I feel like nowadays a lot of the rap is trash anyway.
Like these rappers now are getting. Cardi, like we talked about this, Cardi B dropped one album.
Don't come for my cousin.
One album in like 6-7 years, and she's getting paid off endorsements. Yeah. You could not do that in the 80s. Yeah, there was no endorsements for rappers. There was not even an award. 1988, the rappers, they boycotted the Grammys because they didn't have a hip hop category, and they finally made a hip hop category that year while they were boycotting. And Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, Will Smith, he won the first Grammy for hip hop. But how you're talking about even before that? This was like Will Smith. There was rappers that predated him. So if we wasn't even up for awards at the time, how the fuck could they have money? There was no millions of dollars.
I'm gonna leave you alone about your age, but I was a zygote at that time.
What's the zygote?
I was an embryo. I was an embryo when Will Smith won his Grammy. I was still on my dad's boat.
1980. Will Smith and Fresh Prince and Kwame were my first favorite rappers. That's when I first started listening to rap. It was like 88. I was 7
Will
years
Smith's
old.
Told you the year of the great, man.
In West Philadelphia.
But that was only a couple years later.
Summertime.
88 was when they won the first Grammy, and I think Fresh Prince of Bel-Air came on 90, 91.
No.
Easily 91. It was definitely later than 91.
Yeah,
the first season of Fresh Prince
definitely came on 91.
Really?
Yeah. That's when a lot of them joints.
The first season is definitely 91 because it was really close to his rap career because then he went to movies right after and then it was out of here.
Cool.
What?
Come in. What was that?
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I think they about to come for Akademiks next. I hope they don't see he pissed a lot of people off.
You can't burn bridges in that industry that he's in, and he's burning bridges. First of all, Dusty.
And y'all young people need to stop putting so much value in money. Yes, we all want money.
Y'all young people. Speak to them. I don't put value.
I'm not even just talking about. I'm not talking about. You're 30 something. I'm talking about Akademiks. His fan base is kids, like literally 20 somethings and teenagers, and he talks to them. He bigs up. He makes a lot of his money and a lot of his fame comes off of promoting violence and bigging up rapper beef, and a lot of people have been killed, or he talks about a lot of shit that he probably shouldn't be talking about, street shit that he has nothing to do with. And for him to have so much value and just putting value in the money in the fact of how hip hop was created, it's just stupid to me because there was no money in hip hop when it was created. When it was created, it was about the feeling. It was about telling the truth. It was about the DJ and the DJ. It was the DJ and the mic, and it was the breaking. Breaking was the thing. They don't break no more. The graffiti. It was all a part of the culture. They don't respect
women anymore, and a lot of the rappers back then, I didn't hear as many bitches and hoes and sluts and.
Nah, well,
I mean, it was there, but it wasn't like.
Especially in the 90s. In the 90s, I think it really came, especially after NWA, a lot of the disrespect came. Luke, yeah.
Freak Nick.
I don't want to say we wasn't perfect as far as any of that goes, but this is disrespect as far as the money goes. I'm because I remember I was alive. I remember when the money came to hip hop, when Puff and Biggie and them was in the tubs and they was popping champagne. They made it fly. There was when Bad Boy and all them came out, it was oh shit, these guys is getting money. It was different, and then everybody else started. That opened the floodgates. Puff showed everybody else how to get money. Then the Jay-Z's came, and after Jay and Jermaine Dupri and everybody got rich. And so for these dudes now to act like that never happened, there was always they act like, oh, I'm better at business than you. No, fam. You have these opportunities because of them, and I just need a lot of the young people to know that. In
he's
every
trying
aspect.
to get himself canceled.
Yeah, he's probably gonna catch a black eye or something. Get a something. Somebody touch him up. It won't be all right. Just don't do nothing crazy.
Between him and Wack, you never know who's gonna get hit first.
Wack 100. That's another one. Apparently, Sway did have the answers.
What answers Sway had?
Sway had the answers.
It was over a decade ago when Kanye told Sway, "You do not have the answer, Sway," and he recanted that this week. He said that Sway was right.
Sway had the answers.
How Sway? How Sway?
With Adidas and Gap now, he's upset with them, and he had a great deal with them. His deal with them is great, but obviously it wasn't as solid as it should be because they're able to just take his styles and Adidas is doing something crazy to him. It just looks wild. And
aren't we supposed to be boycotting them according to Love?
Yeah, Diddy and
No, his name is Love.
Puffin
His name is
Swiss.
Love. Brother
They-
Love.
There's a few that said we should boycott, and I'm with it. Like I don't like
I don't
that.
wear Adidas like that anyway. I don't think I've ever.
Yeah,
I have
man,
one
never
pair of
wear
Adidas.
Man, I never wear Yeezys, man.
I don't even know, man. I don't even know what you're talking about. Man.
What he did say though is that he wants to start his own thing now. That's what Sway said.
Yeah, man.
to me.
Once
He was like,
stay
"What?"
like this.
Because Sway was basically back then telling him like, why do you have to go through these big corporations? Like your brand is big enough, and I think one, Kanye didn't have the capital back then, but I don't think he also believed he can do it without an Adidas or something behind him. I think, especially now, he could do it. I think he don't need an Adidas or a Nike or anybody behind him.
I don't like
think
how
he's
they're
that-
doing him neither, though,
that big.
because it's like they're taking all his creative control when he's the genius behind it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That's trash.
But that's again back to the corporation type stuff that I would like how we function in this unit. You know what I mean? In this country. Like,
And that's
it's
the
just
thing
what
that
it
you
is.
got to realize when you're partnering with a
Major
business.
corporation
or
They're gonna try to do you dirty like that.
When they say you're partnering with a corporation, you're not really partnering. You're not an employee for them and you're not working for them, but they still have more power than you. So it's not a partnership. And I say that as someone who's in business, so I have to, when I partner with a bigger entity, I have to talk about every single detail because I need to know this before I have to ask this shit later. And I'm like, but I thought that I could
That's
do.
the
You know what I
problem.
mean?
You can't assume in this business.
Hell
Yeah, you
no.
can't.
You don't assume shit.
And
Like-
ain't no friends when it comes down to
We
this
want you to
business either.
assume.
You need to ask every question that you have, and I mean, like, you need to sit down with your team and come up with every single possibility for your questions and ask that shit before you sign anything. And I'm not saying Kanye didn't, because his deal says that he owns 100% of the Yeezy brand, which he does. But it doesn't say that Adidas can't steal his idea, which they did, and now they're bringing out a carbon copy of his one of his sneakers as an Adidas. It's just an Adidas. It don't say Yeezy on it. So that's dirty shit. Like, you going to release some shit that I created, but just not put my name on it. But we're supposed to be partners?
Yeah, it's cool.
No, that's fucked up. It's fucked up.
Super corn.
So yeah,
That's
when
business though.
but I think, like I said, I think at this point he is powerful enough. He has enough bread where he don't need Adidas or Nike. He's already showed that when he goes to any of those brands, his brand, the Yeezy sneaker, sells out in minutes. Why can't you do that by yourself? You're still gonna have, like, he's gonna have to put a lot of capital behind it because you got to build a manufacturing company.
Yeah.
You have to get distribution and all
But it'll
that.
be worth it, and he gonna get that shit right back.
Yeah, like he's
Right back.
he probably won't make money for the first 5 years, but eventually he's gonna be one of the biggest brands in the country. Period. So I would bet on myself if I was Yeezy, because even if I don't like all of his shit that came out, he's 100% proved his brand is proven.
He's
I don't
a
think
fucking genius.
I don't think it's because of Adidas or Nike at this point. It's Yeezy. People love Ye.
Yeah, I love you.
Me too. He's a genius.
I have a couple pair of Yeezys myself, and they are comfortable.
Yes, they are. That's one of the most. Shout out to the 500s. Those are my favorite.
Yeah, Yeezy got some shit. I like a couple of his shit. I heard I'm getting some slides for my birthday.
Yeah,
I don't know.
get some slides.
Yo, you can get a lot of stuff for your birthday. What is your wife getting? Because her birthday's too.
Huh?
What? Birthday?
What you say?
What's she getting?
Why you- damn, you
Stuttering like fuck. I
I
got you, cuz don't even worry about it.
What do you think about the baby saying he smashed Meg?
I think that niggas pillow talk too much. Why does that matter?
That's just weak.
I think that's corny.
It
That's
is
weak.
corny as
Yo,
hell.
I
Like,
fucked, bro.
and a lot of men be lying on their dicks too.
But I think women need to look at this and take heed. That's how women need to see that you are the prize. If a man is bragging about conquering you, because that's what this is. When you're talking like this, you're bragging because you are saying, I got that one. When a man says that about you, you are the actual prize. But when you hear a man talk about it, he's going to talk about it like it's not, like you're not, like you're just something that he got. But if he has to brag on you, that makes you special. That also gives you a lot more power than y'all know. I think women don't realize the power of the P.
I would never, and that's one thing I can say I'm very proud of myself, especially like you said, working in this industry. I ain't never had to fuck my way to get where I'm at. You know what I mean? And that is
Well, we're
something
cousins,
to
and
be
that
proud
would be
of.
gross.
Nigga, you not the only one who provides opportunities around.
Damn.
I work with a lot of different people, and I ain't never had to fuck none of them to get anything.
That's facts.
You know what I mean? So I feel like that's something to be proud of. She should know better, though. If it is true, she should know better. She should have never been fucking Tory Lanez.
If
She
it's
shoulda never
true,
been fucking like if it's true,
Meg was outside.
well, it
and-
was a hot girl
And
summer.
I don't
she
know.
said.
I don't know if we need to discuss that, and I'm not going to discuss it.
I
but
love Megan Thee Stallion.
I'm
but
saying,
she
like,
should have been
that-
fucking none of them because none of them deserve her. But I like her and her boyfriend now. I
And the
like
dude
Cardi.
that she's beefing with from her label, the dude, whatever it's called, 300, 500, or whatever it's called, he said when they was going back and forth, he said something like, "You done fuck half the industry, and you coming for me? Like, don't do that." And nobody really. But then,
They
if
ain't
this
talking
is
about
true,
that.
that means that she was sleeping with Tory Lanez and the baby at the same time.
Same damn time.
And they're cool because the baby brought Tory Lanez out on stage after the fact because he was the first one to bring Tory Lanez out
So
after
maybe
the
there's
story
a
came
story
up.
behind that. Maybe that's why.
All
he
I'm
did it.
saying is I'm gonna mind my business, but yeah.
I'm here
shout
for
out to
Megan Thee
Meg.
Stallion, but please,
If you
like,
outside, you outside.
No, I don't like that idea. I don't like the idea of nobody being able to say, "Oh, I fucked her. I fucked." First of all, no, you didn't.
But if you made the choice to do something like that, like if you were sleeping with two famous people at the same time, and they both decided to out it, would you
Make them niggas sign NDAs.
would you stay quiet or would you try to defend yourself?
I would probably.
Because
try-
Meg ain't said a goddamn thing.
I would at
Baby.
her
Okay,
point,
so I found
and
out that went up
that
all.
makes it
Oh,
feel like
nah.
it might be true because for her not to say something, she's probably scared to say something because other
'Cause he
niggas
got-
will come out
Last
the
time she
woodwork,
got
it's
shot
like,
in the
me
foot.
too, me too.
Last time she
Nah,
got
she's
shot.
scared to say something because the baby got evidence.
Mm.
If they was fucking, he got text messages. She ain't saying nothing because
She don't want no smoke.
yeah, if that was a complete lie, she would have said something as soon as it dropped.
Facts, cause she talks about a lot of other stuff.
She goes public with everything.
Her ex best friend Tory Lanez.
But
her
now that we
man.
know that you was at, does that make you see the story different with her and Tory?
No, cause he's still a bitch for doing that. If he did it,
If he did it 100%.
allegedly, you know what I mean? Like he's a bitch for that. If you shot her, that's a bitch move.
Yeah, that was whack. We
I
can't
think
do
there's a
that.
lot more that goes to it now that everything come out. Like, you know
I'm
what
just
I mean?
surprised
She
there's
be
no
outside,
footage,
my
like-
nigga. She be outside, bro.
It was shards of glass. That was what I think
But
that's what the police report
A
said.
woman who is promiscuous doesn't deserve less respect. Right?
No, she
So-
doesn't.
Not saying that she deserves less respect, but like, listen, when you outside, that come with shit. You feel me? Like you go outside and shit pop off because you too friendly. That's on you. I don't want to hear it like, oh, she deserves more respect. Listen, you outside. You fuck with rowdy people. You up in rowdy niggas' face. Rowdy shit happen to you. That's on you.
Yeah, that's rowdy niggas.
That's
what
on
if they're all
you.
squares?
And these
Then
dudes.
you go home safely. Then we're not having this conversation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck? Unless you Jeffrey Dahmer or some weird
I
shit.
mean,
No.
if she was really moving like that, it don't make her guilty in what happened with Tory. Like we
She
still.
was single. She was having fun. As long as she protect herself, it ain't nobody's business. And it's still not nobody's business if she didn't.
Nah, it's not. It's not.
That's why I say he's corny for that. I hate niggas who brag on they dick. Like,
That was 100% corny. I think a lot of these young dudes do that though. I've seen a lot of like these young dudes that are rappers or whatever. They definitely talk about who they slept with. Our era didn't do that. Like we did not. That's the thing about this era. This era they talk about who they slept with and they talk about what they did in the streets. We don't. That was never a public thing.
incriminating themselves. Like, fuck.
Yeah, that shit was never public for us. Like, but whatever, yo, knock yourself out.
That's what they do.
Knock yourself out. Y'all ready to get out of here?
Yeah.
I got
Queen's
I
Table's
actually
up
gotta
next.
Get about it.
We got.
You didn't even do introductions today.
Damn.
Ooh, I didn't.
That's all right.
I didn't. I'll do the outros. though.
Cha.
I'll do the outros. Yeah, we don't have any shows until November, but November 5th, room around. Make sure y'all come out. We might drop something before
fucking
that,
my checker.
but make sure
He is fucking my checkup. Nigga talking crazy.
I think we
No.
should
Eating after
boycott.
the show, nigga.
I think we should boycott.
Talking crazy. Talking about no shows in November. Nigga, what
Rumor
no
Rhyme
show?
is November 5th. We were supposed to have an October show. We still might, but it is nothing
Nah,
as
you're not
of
gonna keep
yet.
playing my schedule like that.
Oh, fool.
I don't know. We'll see.
What's up with this guy?
But
I
can we
don't
get some
know.
music to come out to or something? I don't know who had the Bluetooth.
I had the Bluetooth, but my phone's over there charging because I got a long trip.
See? Nobody's ever in sync. Nobody ever got.
Hit that
Hey, yo.
fucking-
Hey, yo. Hey.
I don't actually want to do
Go
that
ahead.
on the mic anymore, actually.
That
You
nigga
like
still
holding
sick.
the mic, don't you?
It's better than it standing over me. Like, control.
Yo, we got Hollywood Bonnie in the building.
Bonnie the Body. I'm your dad's favorite.
Actually, my dad. Anyway, go ahead.
We got I Am Kenzie in the building.
Hey, yo, it's your boy Just Cans. I do it because I just can.
And I'm your host, Blast. This is SayLess Podcast, episode 184. The Queens is up next. We'll see y'all next week.
Oh yeah.
Let's go. You Street rocks the world.